Yeah. Oh, test one, two. I record my morning schedule vlogs. Ah, and I'm going to be talking about uh after 37 years of playing outdoors, I got to cut to the chase. It's on cold days and when it's really windy, people don't want to stop. But if they keep walking fast, and especially when I remember one year it was so cold you couldn't take your hands out your pocket. You couldn't take your hands out your pocket to give money. And I didn't have the electric suit. I had so many clothes on that I could barely move. And plus being out there, you get dehydrated. You have to drink. I don't like drinking liquids when I'm out there because you have to keep going back and forth to the bathroom. But you don't want to dehydrate. Yeah, one year I did dehydrate when it was freezing. I almost passed out. And the secret for that was sugar soda brought everything right back. My hands were shaking. Felt like I was going to faint. I'm going to try to keep this one as short as possible. I did have some comments. I must feature this comment. You can't see it until I do the other video where I'm recording this right now. So there's going to be another video behind this one. This is a live one. But let me see if anybody's in my chat room. I need to keep checking because I'm getting more viewers, new viewers. If you can listen to this. You know what? I do the old-fashioned way. Turn my camera around. Since I have my screen, I can see my screen. I forgot about turning the camera around so I can show the screen. Yeah, I got this guy. I think you pronounced it Tech Sherman, 1972. He must be pretty young. In the house. In the house. He was born after 1972. He must be really young.
Work in construction, and I also find keeping my feet and hands and face warm to be the most challenging part of working in the elements. Moving around always helps, but it doesn't matter how much I move around, my hands and feet and face get cold. Now, wearing a face mask helps, but if it's really cold, I find it too hard to breathe if I'm talking, and surely people don't try to sing with a face mask on. My ears get cold if I don't have the right hat on, but my head gets too hot and my ears are cold. I've learned how to keep my legs and torso warm, the core. I like those little pocket warmers for feet and hands.
Yeah, those little pocket warmers have to have air in order to work. I find that when I put them in my shoes, and if there's no air getting to it, they don't activate. Yeah, your ears, and when you got your ears covered up and you're playing music, it's you don't get the full effect. You don't know how you sound. It's like recording in a recording booth without a headphone on. And I really don't need these headphones right now because I'm actually recording this, so I think I got a good level. Yeah, and one year a guy gave me Circus Mind gave me a big box of those hand warmers. I have to keep going back buying them. I have a few hand warmers, just enough for tonight, and I'm trying to figure out how to do this sock. I have one glove. I remember it was so cold. I actually had a propane heater on Thanksgiving Day one day. It was nobody outside. It was freezing. It was so cold that I had a propane heater and with a little heater thing on top that you warm your hand. Actually, you can cook marshmallows on it. It was so cold that I had to put my hand so close to it that it burnt my glove. The glove was, I had to put the glove practically on the heater, and it burnt the glove. I had an imprint of the mesh. But yeah. It's I'm going to see how this. I have one hand Like I said, I got one glove already. I told you I lost the glove last year. I'm going to try this out and see if I can just cut the little holes in here just to put my fingers through and wear a glove at the same time. Going to see how this works. And I'm going to wear my extra thick. I got my extra thick socks. And you wear shoes that's too big. I got my good thermal socks. I can wear two pair. I can wear another pair of socks up in here. Layers are the secret too. You got to wear layers. Wear a thin layer. Wool is better than cotton. You don't want cotton. Actually, cotton doesn't work good. It sweats. You want wool, expensive wool. Let's go back to another comment. My buddy, the Tech Sherman, and he's talking. Let's see what he's talking about here.
Carlton Moxley 1 second ago. Yes, I used to go through a couple of packs of those little hand warmers when it was really cold. They were out fast, but they keep your hands pretty warm sometimes. I have some left over at the end of the day. I put it on my sofa when I get home for a little back warmer after being outside in the cold so long. I'm great to go live right now, and I'm going to show people your comment. I hope you can ring the bell so you can go live with me anymore. You can come in the chat room, reply. Tech Shaman 1972 in the house 20 hours ago, 37 years. That's a lot of years playing outdoor gigs. You have a lot to share.
Thank you. Yeah, 30 years. It's been longer than that now. I guess 38. It was around 81 that I came out there, and I thank him for leaving these long comments. Let me see here. He's talking. It's not. I was telling them there was a lot of musicians, a lot of not people started singing out on the street like last 10 years ago. Karaoke people and all this people riding in on our coattails. You know, people who paved the way for others, but most of them that I talked to and tried to help out, they didn't have no respect for me at all. It looked like they hadn't even got a ticket.
I haven't ventured around Columbus, Ohio, much this year to see if there are buskers out. I wonder if they're busking downtown or in the short north areas. German Village on Clintonville and Grandview and OSU campus used to have buskers, but I doubt they're out there this year. COVID-19, angry face.
There's a friend of mine. I want to see if I can find him. Bliss is a violin player that I've been knowing for years. He got me a gig. He says next summer when the world opens up, he's going to get us, me and him. That's my great niece. She's a fastest 18-year-old, and they got her running against people older than her. She's the youngest. She's going to the Olympics. It's my great niece. The name is Trinity. She's going to be one of here's the violin player, Bliss. This guy has been playing. He's a beautiful person. He's been playing out there. He says that I inspired him, so I know I've been playing longer than him. But when the world shut down, he was the only street performer out. He was the only person out besides the essential, because he said people had to get off the bus drivers and the Uber people, the police, and people coming out their house to give him money when they hear his music. But they say it was nobody on the street I saw. But getting back to here, this guy, I thank him, Tech Sherman, 1972 in the house. I think that was the year it might have been a year he was born. But Yeah. Well, let me get ready to sign off here. What I was going to say, if I'm going to go out there, I promise myself, nowadays you can't guarantee that you're going to do anything outside. There were some days that some of the spots I played that I knew I was going to get paid. If it wasn't cold as it is right now, I can guarantee that it would be a good day down there. If I played in the right spot. You got to be in a spot where people act funny. People want to be. Some people want to be seen. I've seen what I was playing outside with nobody around, and I would used to face backwards so I can get an echo off this wall. And I would turn around and there'd be a $50 bill in my cup, and I look around, there's nobody around, so they didn't even want any. They didn't even make a scene. I think both times that I did get $100 bill, I think I got $100 bill 3 times in 37 years. And I don't think no one had, when they put the money in, they didn't even identify themselves. They didn't flash it, say, here's $100 and put it in there. I didn't even see who put it in there. But what I wanted to say is, if I go out on a cold day like this, I can't afford to set at 64 years old in the cold. I know you don't get coronavirus from catching a cold. You get it from other people. But I can't afford the luxury of sitting in the cold right now, sitting still. So if I would have to rack up the emergency money, I have to go all the way up to the tree. And of course, they're playing music around the tree, so I don't want to interfere with the music. I had Park Service come out to me plenty of times in the past and say, your music is interfering with the Christmas music. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to travel light, take one speaker. I'm going to take my Casio, since it is light. The people don't understand, when you're out there playing, sometimes it takes me, I have to hurry up and hook up and play as fast as I can. What I do, I run the wires and everything, have everything plugged in. Travel as light as I can. Plus I have to have a light. I have to have a light. And then if I'm going to plug in I got to plug the keyboard in. I got to plug in my electric suit. I have to set everything up. I have to roll up. I have a little light I have to plug in to set everything up. Then I got to do all this before, if it's a bad spot where I can get chased away, I got to do all of that before they recognize me. And then when I start playing music, I can't hide because they're going to hear the music. So I only have a few minutes of window. But there was another musician out there. He didn't know any better. And last couple of years, he was playing right up there, right by the Christmas tree, and turned up loud, blasting too. And only because he didn't know no better. So he would play as long as they would not chase him away. But he would get there early. He would get there even before it got dark. So if I don't know, a friend of mine did tell me, I was telling my sister, can weigh the odds if I can get, there's a guy was telling me a place to get some groceries. And, if you make money, you got to spend it. If you need food, you got to buy food. So what's the odds? Should I take a chance on going and get free groceries? I know I can go get free groceries. And the guy was telling me there's a lot of groceries you can get at this one particular place. If I'm going to go there, that means I can't go to my Smithsonian gig, and I have to go right directly to the White House. And I can stand a chance of making a good amount of money on a cold day like this. Who knows how much you can make, because it's cold. And it may be less people. But next week is going to be a whole different animal. So I'm definitely going to go get the groceries. I enjoy being in here and in learning and trying to record and pursue my music career in a little home studio that I built. But it would be nice to make some quick. And plus, around Christmas time, you get bigger tips every now and then. You get, this is really. I need to make videos. I need to start making videos and pull up other people playing on the street and explain to everybody what they're doing wrong, why they're not making money. Most of the videos I saw, people playing on the street, they weren't making any money. They had big crowds. Nobody was putting money in the cup. Very seldom. One video I saw, like maybe 8 people put money in a cup, but Everybody stands around and blocks the sidewalk so nobody can even walk past. If you plan on the street, you need people walking past. You need to be right where they actually will. If they weren't watching where they were going, or if it was a blind person that does their regular travels, they would actually bump into the edge of your cup. You want to be right in the flow of traffic. You want a flow of traffic. You don't need people standing around making a big circle around you. That ain't going to work. If you do that, you need somebody going to go around and pass the cup, ask for tips, because they will stand there and watch a whole show, applaud, and walk away without putting any money in. 15 minutes here. I'm out. Let me get ready to go off Facebook first. Peace and hair grease. And I'm off screen flow. And I'll see if I can't hit both of them at the same time. I'm out of Facebook. Click. See ya. Peace and hair grease. I'm out of